Ah, multiplayer maps have updated.
Yeah.
That's a great way to start the stream. Hello, everybody. My name is Gear to you, and welcome to G8RStreams Splatoon 2. Today we have a very special guest, so why don't you introduce yourself?
Hello there, I'm Pi. I really love Splatoon and play it far too much.
Yeah, how many hours did you say you had on there again?
Uh, Let me look. 2,925.
Not enough. Alright, so we'll start with, well, actually, since you're the guest, you should probably decide. What do you want to play first?
We can do Tier 4 if you want.
Alright.
If you want to join the lobby and then I'll join with you.
Alright. Going into regular battle now. While that's doing the thing, I'm gonna advertise this on the Twitters.
Cool.
Ah! No, it's full! Ah! No! Okay, I think OBS did a weird thing. It had a pop-up saying it reconnected, so I don't know if the stream's still going.
No, it's still gone.
Oh, is it?
It just went black for a minute.
Is it still there? Is it still black?
It's still there.
Okay. Whew. I got really nervous about that.
I use XSplit.
Hmm.
I don't know why I chose that one though.
I went with OBS because it seemed like it would run on my computer better.
Uh,
Ah! Purple stuff! So, while we go through this and we wait for the first match where Pi will be joining us, why don't you explain to the good folks at home what kind of stuff you do on your own channels and stuff?
Mostly upload art. I'll do speed paints, and I do a lot of let's plays on Twitch, and then I'll edit the stream for YouTube, and just do like highlights, reels, and stuff. Lately, I've been playing through the first Witcher game, and it's chaotic, and I have no idea what's going on in it.
Yeah, I was remembering that the time that I was in the stream chat and we were talking about that one lady's really weird dress.
Yeah, the outfits in the game they're interesting. They're not entirely physically possible. Some of them.
Yeah, it's like, I'm sorry, but how is that lady's butt not showing?
Mhm.
I'm sorry, I know this is supposed to be family friendly and all, but still, that dress is just weird.
Yeah. But I'm almost finished with the game. I only have a couple chapters left, and then we'll be doing the second game, and I'm super excited because I've heard it's way better than the first.
Mm. I played a little bit of 3 at a demo at PAX, but that's literally all I played. I don't know much about the series.
I have the third one too. But I have to play the first and the second before I can do the third one because I have to play all the games in a series in order
Mm.
before I can move to the next one.
Well, if you ever play Pikmin, just know that the second game is really brutally difficult.
It's- That's why I've never played Fallout, is because I can't get past the first game.
Normally, I care about the order that I play games on my channel, but like with Mario Galaxy, I did the second game first, and then I didn't do Pikmin 2 at all yet.
Uh, I remember when Mario Galaxy 2 came out.
Yeah.
Me and my brother saved up money and split the cost of it at
Mm.
Walmart. I was always Mario, and he would play as the player 2 remote who can like freeze enemies and stuff.
Yeah. That was a really fun multiplayer, even if it wasn't quite as... They didn't go quite as far into the multiplayer as I wish they did.
Yeah, and it was really good for a younger sibling who wasn't quite as good at video games
Mm.
because they were included, but also not messing everything up, like in certain Lego games or Super Mario Bros., where we found out that you can pick the other person up and throw them off the cliff, and then spend the next hour doing that.
Yep. Alright, it's up. Yeah, there you are.
Yay! Highest level player in the lobby.
So one thing worth mentioning about the technical part of the stream, the game audio for my capture card is turned off because the way that I'm recording both of our commentary is that I'm doing that through the desktop audio thing, which if I did that for the game audio, that would be a problem because I'd have to have the game audio turned down, but then I'd also have to turn down Pie's commentary as well. So instead, I'm just capturing the game audio through my microphone, so it's probably not as nice sounding as usual.
We're on opposite teams.
Oh no.
Do some stream sniping here.
Ah!
Gotcha.
How could you? How could you betray me like that?
I can't do stream sniping though, because the stream is a few seconds behind. Behind what I'm on.
That was your strategy all along. Hi!
Nah, I'm not that mean.
Ah! That wasn't you.
No.
That wasn't you either. Where are you?
I'm hiding. I'm trying to get revenge on this sniper on your team.
Sniper, no sniping!
Yeah, I've got 2 of those on my team. My goodness.
Alright, so fair warning. I make weird noises when I play Splatoon.
Yeah, no worries. I tend to be a little bit quiet.
Ah!
Oh, there you are.
Owie! Oh, you are a roller. I thought you were a sniper.
No. Well, I can snipe with my roller.
So I was targeting snipers for no reason.
And my gear is... It took me about a year to get all the chunks for it.
Mm-hmm.
But I can throw 2 auto bombs and still have like a third of my ink tank left. So I throw a lot of auto bombs.
Yeah, auto bombs are jerks.
I hate them when I have to go against them, but man, they're useful, especially for tower control.
Oh yeah. Right. I'm glad tower control's not in the rotation for league battles right now because I don't like tower control. It's evil and it picks on me and steals my lunch.
I don't like it either, but for some reason it's the one I'm the highest rank in. I'm at like S+1 in it right now.
Mm-hmm.
Which is crazy because my favorite is clams.
Yeah! Finally
but
someone who
I think I'm only at like S in that.
Finally someone who
clams
appreciates the clams.
So much fun. Clams is the best because you can win the battle for your team by yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of the time teamwork isn't always it's not always there. So like in tower control you can kind of sort of do it. Flat zones, maybe. Rainmaker, kind of, but like, I don't know. Clams is where it's at.
Yeah, the reason I like Clam Blitz the most is because I feel like it's the most strategic of all the ranked battle modes.
Mm-hmm. It's so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the league rotation is right now. Oh, you beat me. I got 8 kills, though. I got more kills than anybody on both teams.
You're the most bloodthirsty of all the Octolings.
I'm more used to ranked battle, so I keep forgetting to ink the floor. I'm looking around. Where's the tower? Where's the Rainmaker? Oh, there is none.
Alright, hopefully we can be on a team so we can kick their butts.
Yeah. There's 3 level 45.
And I'm one of those 3, right?
Yeah.
Sweet. Oh man.
I don't have any or any food tickets, so I don't have any XP multipliers right now.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of which, I probably should have gotten some of those before coming in here.
I used my last one up yesterday, and I didn't get any from Grizzco at all today. Well, I probably got the money ones, but I don't use those.
The ones that you can get in Octo Canyon. Can you get repeats of those? I don't remember.
I don't think so. I think once you've got everything in Octo Canyon, then it's just gone.
Ah, that's a bit of a bummer.
Yeah. I've 1000% completed Octo Canyon. Got me. Not before I got you, but that's beside the point.
One of my favorite parts of editing Splatoon videos is moments like that, because I love seeing how exactly both opponents splat each other at the same time.
What's your favorite stage in Splatoon?
Mori Towers.
Yes, me too.
I love
I
that.
was so happy when it got added back to the second game.
Yeah. I love that it returned in this game, but I also love that it's the Smash Brothers stage for Splatoon.
Yes, I love that. I'm so addicted to Splatoon that in both Smash Bros. And Mario Kart, I still play the Inkling.
um, the thing I love about Mori Towers was that in the first game, I usually held the gamepad at an angle so that the camera was usually pointing downwards. And that's what was nice about More Towers is that I didn't have to do too much aiming with that kind of stuff. And also the fact that More Towers is great with sloshers and blah blah blahs and things like that.
I've always been a roller main.
Hmm.
I use the crack-on roller in Splatoon 1, but I hate the baller upgrade, so I switched to the carbon roller because it was faster, and then I've just kind of stuck with it.
Yeah. If I play with the roller, I think it's usually the splat roller because I'm lame.
I missed the Koro Koro roller. That one was
Yes.
awesome.
I'm surprised that one didn't return.
Well, it was a crossover with Koro Koro comics,
Mm.
so they might have not gotten permission.
Yeah, it's true.
But even as a Sheldon's pick, it didn't come back.
Haha, that sniper's giving me trouble. I was avenged.
I'll unavenge you. I think this one might be close.
Yeah. Nice job.
Thank you. Only got 3 kills that time.
The Magdalene girl looks so sad when she loses with the slosher. It's just so adorable.
Yeah.
It's like, how could this happen?
My Joy-Con wants me to change my gear and continue. My friend Apple joined.
Hello.
What about the stream? She just joins me whenever I'm playing Turf.
Welcome to the stream. Yeah, foot fell
I'll
asleep.
tag her.
Foot fell asleep. It's in pain. Owie.
Oof. I'm still the highest level.
You get the star after you get more than level 99, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm a level 127, technically.
Mm-hmm.
You can only get 1 star, though. I think that the star should just keep going.
Mm-hmm.
Still on opposite teams.
So we're gonna lose.
No! He got me!
I avenged my past self. Yeah, sniper.
Why is there a baller in my base? Get out of my base. No spawn camping.
I'm all about that bass, about that bass. I'm sorry, that's another thing you're probably gonna notice is that I randomly sing a lot. And
No, you're good. I find myself doing that when I'm listening to music on stream. So then you get a very poor rendition of the Hobbit drinking songs in the background of The Witcher.
It's like, the thing is, I could be a good singer if I really tried. I just don't, because it's funnier to be a bad singer on purpose.
I can sing a few songs well because I took vocal lessons, but I have to actually like sit down and practice in order to do like new songs.
Yeah.
I do like playing Twitch sings sometimes, but my family does not.
I have no idea what that is.
It's basically an online karaoke
Ah, okay.
that you do through Twitch streaming. Die. Steal the kill for my teammates. I don't care. It was worth it.
There's this one time where is a Pokemon demo video for Let's Go Eevee Pikachu. At the end of the video, I was trying my best to sing the Johto theme, but make it
Oh no.
to make it. I changed the lyrics a little bit, so it'd be all like Pokemon, let's go, Pokemon, let's go. Like, I honestly tried, but the premiere chat really didn't like it.
Oh. I like the. Have you ever heard the Poke Rap that has all 800 and something Pokemon in it?
Oh no. No, but I want to now.
It's pretty great. There's also a College Humor one that has all the Pokemon up to like X and Y. That was pretty great.
One thing I like about Honest Trailers is that when they do a Pokemon game, they give nicknames for every single Pokemon.
Oh wow.
Yikes! Wow. You destroyed us.
Got a full 10% more. I'm like halfway through level 127.
If you want to change modes, let me know. I think Apple's the same level that I was in the first Splatoon game.
I never got to level 99 in Splatoon 1. I only got to like level 25. I didn't actually. Go ahead.
They only went to level 50 in the first game.
Oh, they did? Huh. I thought it went to 99. I got the game like a month after the final Splatfest. So I never got to play any of the Splatoon 1 Splatfest.
Aww.
And I didn't keep playing it for very long because I got Splatoon 2. And like after Meverse died, I turned off my Wii U and I actually haven't turned it on since then. I actually loaned it to a friend so that she could play Breath of the Wild. Apples on my side.
Oh no. How are we ever gonna deal with apple pie? Alright. My sister was so happy when Camp Triggerfish returned because it's her favorite stage in the series.
I like how it's canon that Pearl designed it. It's so cool.
Yeah, like how Pearl designed this one, and her family owns a boat just like Monte Maria.
Yeah. She's like super rich and doesn't even realize that. I love her anyway. That Nautilus on your team is good.
Keep doing your job, Nautilus. Destroy them.
No!
Also, I just realized I haven't looked at the stream chat at all for this, so I have no idea if anybody's in the chat. I apologize. Usually I'm really good
Ah,
at checking that,
they
but
got me from behind.
Oh no. I mean, yes, you're not on my team. Yes.
For me, it's 11:21 at night.
Hmm.
Someone asked.
Sorry, Apple.
Be nice to Apple.
Can you find it in your heart to forgive me?
No.
No. Can you find it in your
Uh,
soul to forgive me?
what are you talking about? I don't have one of those.
We exchanged our souls for Splatoon.
Yes. Sold it for $1 and some pocket lint. I see you.
Ah, no,
I'll get you. I'll get you.
No, you don't.
Watch me.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. I will get you.
No. You don't see me. I'm invisible.
Oh no, you're not.
Ah!
Got you, got you, got you, got you. I died, but it was worth it.
That was epic.
Meanwhile, the Nautilus is spawn camping my base. Oh boy.
Alright, so one of my favorite moments of playing Splatoon.
Die!
Oh! Oh,
Gotcha.
you. Did you squid bag me? One of my favorite moments of playing this game was there was one time in Monte Maria, two people from the other team disconnected. So we went over there to see what was going on because we noticed that nobody was on their team was actually anywhere, and we found that they were doing a squid party. So my team joined them.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
In Turf War, not in ranked. Squid
Yeah.
parties in ranked make me sad.
They don't make me a happy gator.
I've had 2 disconnects on my team in a ranked battle in S+,
Oof.
which was, like, it doesn't affect your rank if somebody disconnects on your team and you lose, but it was really annoying. Hi, Apple!
Hello. Just now looking at the stream chat. Stream chat. Hello, Pancake. Hello, Threes Productions, and hello. Oh, you're Apple. Hello. Thank you for joining us.
I don't think we're gonna be on the same team at all.
So that Lord song lied to me? We're not on each other's team?
You've got an E-leader on your side. Do not like.
They're new. I mean, yes. They're on my team. Ah!
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I also see in the screen. I keep saying screen chats. I also see in the stream chat that you posted the Inuo message.
Oh well.
Can you explain what
I taught my villagers in Animal Crossing to say oh whoa.
Can you explain that to me? I don't know what it means, and I see it all the time.
Oh, it's an emote. An emoji.
Is it a good
Technically it's a K emoji, so it's a Japanese emoji. It's just a little like 2 eyes really big and then a little W face. It's like when you're being silly.
Oh, that's what it is.
Like when a cat's eyes get really, really big before they go into silly mode. And then a woo is the same thing, but it's like kind of smug. Gotcha.
I splatted Apple, and then you splatted me. It's like you avenged your friend.
Yes. Oh no! He just jumped off a cliff. Hopefully you don't see it. Yes, you respawned before you saw it. Ha!
I saw it on the far edge of the match. It was like a pie and then a cross mark thing. So,
I tried to jump while on the little ink rope thing, and then I missed on the landing and just jumped into the water. Oh, we have a disconnect on our side.
oh no.
No, you got me!
Yeah.
Dang it.
Ah! Apple avenged you.
Yes.
Oh,
Thank you, Apple.
this song is so catchy.
I have it muted. I don't know what song is playing. Oh, we're in danger.
Ah! Okay, I gotta say, Apple's Octoling is really adorable.
Isn't she?
I just love the designs for the Inklings and Octolings in general. They're just some of the most fun Nintendo has ever done.
Yeah. Splatoon 1, but weren't ever implemented for the game, but hackers actually found the full code for them.
Mm.
And if you just mod your Wii U, then you can play as Octolings.
The thing about that, though,
Just the Octoling girl, though.
the thing about that though is that some people took those hacked Octolings online, and
Yeah.
when those
I have not played the online in forever, but I can imagine it's chaos.
yeah, the thing about that is that it actually caused some people's games to completely brick because their games would try loading the Octoling into an accomplice, which can't happen. So it would crash when you boot up the game.
Dang.
I think they fixed it eventually, but yeah.
Yeah, that sucks. I know somebody ran into, like, Squidward in an online battle,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know whatever came of that.
We're just never going to be on the same team, aren't we?
No. You've got Apple now.
Hello, Apple. Together we will take down the pie.
No.
No more 314159265.
No. I will destroy you both.
Hey, somebody booyah on my team.
We'll booyah back. Don't leave him hanging.
Ow!
Gotcha. I was waiting right there at the end of the tunnel for you to go beyond your barrier.
I thought you were going to be in the center area.
Nope. I was just slightly around the corner.
How could you do that? How dare you use good strategy? I want my mommy! Oh no, it's this song.
Which one is it?
It's the one that's... Nah, it's the annoying one.
The annoying.
I don't know how to describe it. It just sounds like a really bad DJ mix or something.
I actually like that one. It's written by a 4-year-old in canon.
Oh.
You're dead.
I suppose that makes a little sense. Also,
It uses audio clips of English soundboards, which is pretty cool.
it's really amazing how deep Splatoon's lore is.
No, it's canonically a post-apocalyptic third-person shooter.
Which means I have to wait 12,000 years for Marina to be real.
Cry. You're probably like the skeleton that's holding the another disconnect.
I think you're cutting in and out.
Uh,
Yep.
how about now? Is that better?
It's a little. You cut out when you were trying to say better, though.
Oh, hopefully it goes away.
Oh.
I mean, hopefully it doesn't go away. It gets better. I mean, oh boy.
You know, if you really wanted to go away, I could mute you on my end.
How dare? We totally. Cause we had another disconnect on my side.
Oof. I like how the only times that I've won were really when you're having disconnects. Alright, so how about one more round and then we'll do summon run or league battles or something?
Sounds good.
Sweet. Okay, I keep trying to use my phone to look at the stream chat, but whenever I close my phone, it resets the entire app and it's annoying me.
Oh.
Arrow one a mull.
I got a notification on my phone for one of the blogs that I follow on Tumblr post, and it's discourse on whether witchers have toe fungus. We're on the same team.
Yee! I was just thinking that Lord Song team, and then I remembered that I did a parody of that during a Splatoon video. We are Inklings, you'll never see us on Steam. We say woo me and we like to eat ice cream. There's no humans to interrupt our games. And you know, I am here with James. I recorded that when I was doing a video with James Rolls.
I tried to smack you to kill you, and it didn't. You probably didn't notice me because I was fine.
You're cutting in and out a little bit again.
Oh, I tried to get you from behind, and it didn't work.
So you're one of those kind of players. I see how it is.
I'm just running a spy check, okay?
Ah! Allie! I forgot we were on the same team, so I was trying to look for you.
We haven't matched us together yet, so we're both intent on killing the other ones. Steal your kill.
Rude. Hey, hello. Hi. How are you doing? Do you want a present? It's called death. Alright, we got this. We can kick their butts.
This guy keeps hiding in the same corner. Every time he respawns, he just goes back to the same corner and sits. Ha, I killed you, Apple.
Maybe they like that corner. Maybe that corner is their safe spot.
Well, it's not anymore, because now it's an orange spot, and you can't sit there.
I mean, technically they...
See you making streaks in the ink. You think you can escape me by swimming in the ink? I see all.
One,
I am watching.
one pie to rule them all. Apple in the chat.
Apple says, cries in blue.
Three's Production says, I can give you a blue chair if you want one. Do you want to keep going on Turf War, or you want to do something else?
Do you want to do Salmon Run?
Yeah. Bye,
Salmon Run's
everybody.
pretty awesome. I'll go make a room.
So, one thing that kind of annoyed me one time was that at PAX they had a Salmon Run tournament, but the guy that they hired to run the tournament had never played Splatoon in their life, so they were just kind of making up the rules as the tournament went.
Oh gosh. How come you don't open the cardboard box in your plaza?
It's a secret.
No.
Hey, Bank Garment said,
I'm professional 230.
Pancake says he's gonna go now. Bye, Pancake. Thank you for coming.
Bye.
It looks like Apple will be joining us in a moment.
Okay.
They say I won't be in just yet. Hopefully at some point. So, question for you.
Yeah.
Your username is Pie, so I assume you like pie.
Yeah,
What's your favorite kind of
I
pie?
do. I really like to make cherry pies.
Hmm.
Chocolate is good too.
Yeah, those are...
Pie, the name of it actually comes from when I was like a young teenager. I would name everything after food, like all my original characters and stuff. And my Miiverse, my Mii on my Wii U, was actually Loki for a while. And I switched it to a little one that I made named Pie, and the nickname just kind of stuck, and now I use it.
I don't remember where my username came from exactly, but I think I want to say it was the username my sisters picked for me. It was something I used as a kid, and then I used it for YouTube because I figured I could do my intros like "Until next time, Lady Gear to you," and at the time it sounded cool when I was 14 and started the channel, but nowadays I realize, oh, it's kind of hard to type this on a mobile device, so it's kind of hard to look for.
Yeah. I think there's a few channels that have the same username as me. I know my Twitch, I didn't get the username I wanted because somebody had already taken Pie, so it's Pie Gameplay.
That's why it's different.
But most sites I'm able to get the username.
Going back to the thing about naming stuff after food, it's funny that you say that because on my Breath of the Wild Let's Play, I'm naming all the horses after food.
Oh, cool.
There's this one that I really wanted to name Raisin Toast because there's a Waffle House song that's all like, they've raisins in my toast, raisin toast at Waffle House. They didn't have enough characters.
Oh, cool.
They didn't have enough characters to name it Raisin Toast, so the one I'm using now is called Raisin, and the next one I find is going to name Toast.
Cool. My horses in Breath of the Wild, I had one named Blue, which was named after a real that my grandpa owned.
Mm-hmm.
And then I named like the Ganon's horse. I think I named him like Ganon. And then Zelda's horse I named Zelda because I'm very creative. So yeah.
When I find Ganon's horse, I want to name it something stupid, so because it's like a big, intimidating horse, but I want to give it like a really dumb name.
Uh, the only horse I ever really used was Epona,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't use the horse very often because didn't want to go on the path that a horse could go on. I want to get off my horse and go do stuff, and it was easier to just run.
Yeah, and once you get the master cycle, the horses kind of become obsolete.
Yeah, that too.
It's not a very fuel-efficient bike, but it gets the job done.
I like to use the worst possible things for fuel, like diamonds and terrible things you shouldn't use as fuel, just to annoy people. There's pretty decent weapons, so hopefully we don't get any crew wipes. The only one that isn't too good is the splatter scope,
Mm-hmm.
because it's a scoped weapon and a lot of people don't use a scoped weapon in the game, so when somebody random gets it and don't know how to use it, then they just get killed repeatedly. I say, and now I get the splatter scope. I'm actually fine with that.
I have an ink brush, which is one of my least favorite weapons, but hopefully it won't be a disaster.
I don't like the ink brush for the only reason that it hurts my finger to push the button over and over.
Mm-hmm. I prefer the Octobrush because, especially the Octobrush Novu, because I think that one has the hammer, which is so good in ranked battles.
I got splatted by the small fry.
I'll save you!
That is the problem with a charger, is that you can't really get the small fries.
Mm-hmm. You might want to be a little further away from the bad guys, because you have a sniper weapon.
Well, no, I'm gonna get right up into their face and then snipe. Because my aim is bad. I didn't wear my glasses to the stream, so gotta get really close to the enemy.
So many bad guys coming for me!
What's the most amount of eggs that you've gotten in Salmon Run?
I think it was 138 or something like that.
Nice.
Because there's this one time where oh god, what stage is that? It's the really tall one with the tower and things like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we got like a bunch of grillers right next to the base, and we just kept coming and coming, and it was awesome.
Nice. The best one for getting like outrageous amounts of eggs is the Goldie hunt, where it's like the spigots that it hides in,
Mm-hmm.
and with a dynamo roller. Because if you just put the dynamo roller in front of the Goldie, you can just get its max eggs all in one spot, and then you can just put them in your basket, and you get like hundreds of eggs in a single round. It's crazy.
One of my favorites is the mothership, because if you have the stingray activated, we can activate that and get a bunch of power eggs from the mothership.
You can, but they're always so far away from the egg basket.
Mm-hmm.
So it's easier for the little dudes to come up and steal them.
Mm-hmm. I do wish that the stages rotate in Salmon Run like they do in the Turf War and things like that.
They do rotate, just only with each shift.
I mean, like, I wish that they had, like, more than one
The
stage.
hourly rotation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Well, if you're playing local multiplayer, you can choose what Salmon Run level you're on.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never played local multiplayer.
So, fun story about the local multiplayer is that that's actually the most popular Let's Play video for Splatoon 2. And I'm really glad it's that one, because there's a moment, my sister was pregnant when we were recording that video together, and her nickname is Mini Beanie, so she was talking about how she was going to have a tiny little mini beanie.
Aww. I think my most popular video is a graphical error glitch I found in Animal Crossing New Leaf, in which Tom Nook informs you that your home loan is 0 bells.
Mm-hmm.
It's also got my highest dislike ratio with it's got 3 likes and 1,000 dislikes.
Yikes.
It's super clickbaity. And in all technicality, you get a home loan of 0 bells. You just have to pay the home loan off before you talk to Tom Nook and then rewind a day.
Yeah.
But it is 0 bells, so I didn't lie. I just didn't phrase it right.
It's not a lie, it's just a lie.
Well, no, he does say your home loan is 0 bells, and it's really funny to look at.
Ah, no! I want to get the eggs! Yee!
I bet it would still happen in New Horizons, but I've already paid off all my loans.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculously easy to pay off loans in New Horizons.
It is. Stuff sells for a lot more, although the loans are expensive. Like the third one, that's close to 3 million bells.
Yeah, but if you know what you're doing, then you can get that easily with a turnip exchange thing.
Yeah, although I didn't buy any turnips until after I paid off all my loans, because I don't get up that early on a Sunday. Not unless there's church, but during quarantine there wasn't any service.
Mm-hmm.
So I wasn't getting up early.
Ah.
But now I'm stacks in the stock market.
Yeah.
You ever go on the turnip exchange website?
I've tried, but it's just never accurate for me. Like, it said that I was supposed to get 400 bells last time I was trying to do it, but it kept decreasing every single day, and it got to the point where I lost a huge fortune on, so I don't know if I'm doing it wrong or anything. But I
don't know.
I just never have luck with that kind of thing.
Well, there's this one website you can go on that people will post their dodo code if they have really good turnip prices, and you can get prices of 800 per turnip on there. So I'll go on there to sell my turnips.
Yeah, I do that with Twitter if the mood strikes me.
The only problem is waiting forever in line.
Yeah. But I'm a very...
and then it's finally your turn, and you're in the middle of fishing, and it's gotta go empty my inventory, get all the turnips, and yeah.
Okay, we just need 4 more. Come on. Oh, we're not gonna get it.
No.
Ew, ew. I really hope I don't lose my professional rank.
I hate that it tells you can't get you can't have your rank go up when you're playing with friends, but for some reason it can go down, which I think is just stupid.
Yeah.
My aim brush is just in that guy's face.
It's so stupid that it can go down, but it can't go up.
Yeah. It's just either freeze it in place while you're playing with friends, or make it so it can go up as well.
Summanoid Smokeyard. Ink brush.
I got the splat umbrella. You just fell in the water.
You saw nothing.
I'm just gonna stand on you. There you go.
I'm sending a video clip of that, even though we're streaming. Yeah! You're dead. That's the opposite of being alive. Did you ever watch Futurama?
No.
Oh. One of my favorite moments on that show is this part where one of the characters, Bender, is talking to a ghost robot, and he's like, "Come, you'll like being dead." That's what they said about being alive.
Cable growing up, so if it wasn't on the public broadcast, I didn't watch it.
Mm. Yeah, I don't watch TV too much nowadays, and it's a Hulu.
I never watched Avatar or most of any SpongeBob past the 90s.
Oh!
Or yeah, I watched Phineas and Ferb at my grandparents, and I really liked that one.
I'm shocked. I am surprised. I don't know how we could be friends after this. Just kidding.
I have a friend who really wants me to watch Avatar, but if I'm gonna be on Netflix, I'm gonna be watching Full Metal Alchemist.
Is that the show where that character you drew came from?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Edward Elric. Oh. I love Full Metal Alchemist. It's very...
It's very what? I think you cut out again.
Oh, it's very good.
Nah.
I think part of the reason why I'm cutting out is actually because I lean back in my... and my mic thinks it's background noise.
That's a problem with microphones.
Yeah.
On the topic of anime, I was watching a clip of the Persona 4 anime lately, and there's this really funny part where they're playing a drinking game, and I think I'll send a video. I think I'll send a video clip of it to you instead of describing it, because I don't think I can describe it accurately. But it's like
okay.
really funny.
I've never been in a drinking game, but I like the drinking game scenes in The Hobbit. Or in the Lord of the Rings. I mean, dang it, crew white.
Yeah. I've never been in a drinking game either, and I just kind of don't really care about drinking that much, even though I'm old enough.
I'm not quite. I have another year. My ink brush is in your face. Oh, the order of people is different on your screen than it is on mine. On my screen, I was standing to the left of you and just had a big ink brush in front of your face.
That was Mike Wazowski'd.
Mm-hmm. Arendo has a very interesting name.
Hello, Green Kerpers of Gaming. Welcome
You gotta love it when people try to bypass Nintendo's.
Sorry, what was it?
Our rando's name.
Oh my god! That's funny.
It's just great.
That's humorous. Where art thou, Samanoid guys? I see one over here. I have a present for you. It's called death.
Return to sender.
Can you get a refund on death if you don't like the way that you died?
I don't think so. I think it's kind of a permanent thing. It's kind of like taxes. You don't really get a choice.
Oh, that's kind of lame.
Yeah. Big complaint. I'd like to file a complaint with Desk Manager, please.
Who do I file a complaint with?
Like the opening quote for Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. In the beginning, the universe was made. This was widely regarded as a bad movie. I probably butchered that quote.
I don't know why, but that made me think of the Fair Odd Parents thing, where Timmy Turner is all like, in the future, there'll be 9,000 TV channels, but nothing to watch.
Yeah. I have all of Netflix at my fingertips. I guess I'll watch Indiana Jones again.
You cut out again, I'm sorry.
I've got all of Netflix and I'll say, I guess I'll watch Indiana Jones.
Sorry. So I've never been able to find a video of this again, but there's this one thing that they did at Disney's Hollywood Studios one time where they filmed a Indiana Jones and Star Wars crossover thing where Indiana Jones was looking for a golden lightsaber.
Oh my goodness.
I've never been able to find anything about that ever again, but I know that it happened and I'm not crazy.
That's awesome. In the original Star Wars The Complete Saga, you could unlock Indiana Jones as a playable character, and in the first Indiana Jones Lego game, you could unlock Han Solo.
Yeah, that's neat.
And then the temple, I think it's in the Raiders of the Lost Ark is the movie that it's from, but there's this one temple you fall into, and it's full of snakes. And if you look at the wall behind him, there's a hieroglyphics of R2-D2 and C-3PO, and it actually made it into the Lego set where the hieroglyphics on the wall featured Lego R2-D2 and in the I can't remember which one it's called. It's not the Holy Grail one. The one with the Sankara stones and Willie Scott. The club that they start out at is called Club Obi-Wan.
They have some pretty morbid Indiana Jones jokes in the Tomb Raider games.
Oh no.
Well, the first one isn't so morbid. The first game, they actually have the Ark of the Covenant in Laura's house. And
Just in her house.
Yep. And
oh boy.
In Tomb Raider Anniversary, they have Indiana Jones' Hap and Whip stuck to the boulder that chases after you in the Tomb of Qualopec level.
Oh dear. I haven't played the 2011 reboot game and the VR.
Yeah, what was the second thing?
I always argue when I'm with the voiceovers when I'm playing Tomb Raider because it's Lara Croft. It's not Laura. It's Lara. And I get to decide because that's my middle name. And it's Lara.
It's always find it funny when people misspell Laura's name. Sorry, I haven't pronounced it Laura. I always find it funny when people spell with Laura because her name has never been canonically spelled like that, and I have no idea how that happens.
Yeah. But it's got to have a U in it to be pronounced Laura. Otherwise, it's Lara. It's true.
Well, I'm sorry for mispronouncing it all my life, apparently.
Everyone in the game pronounces it wrong, too. Even Lara herself. She can't pronounce her own name. But I get to decide.
Well, Tomb Raider 2013 did kind of throw away all of her character traits, so to go figure they'd also mess up her name too, apparently.
I like to do that one with the online multiplayer. With a friend of mine, we'll just do 1v1 and set traps everywhere and just do stupid stuff. We tried to do it with random online people, but nobody plays Tomb Raider 2013, I guess. Go figure.
Yeah. I've never played Tomb Raider 2013 online.
It's pretty fun. The game modes are really, really fun. And if you could manage to get a group of people together willing to play it, it would be really fun. But nobody plays it.
Yeah. It just kind of
It's kind of like the Hitman Online. Nobody plays the online.
I just find it weird that they had a multiplayer like that in a Tomb Raider game, because the whole point of Tomb Raider is like you're supposed to feel isolated in a tomb and explore the areas yourself, so it's weird that they have multiplayer.
Yeah, and it's more like a FPS, actually, than a Tomb Raider style thing at all.
Yeah. The thing about Tomb Raider 2013 is I understand that a lot of people really do like that game. It's just that as a longtime fan, it kind of annoys me that they took so much of what made the Tomb Raider games and just kind of... It's fine that they did their own thing, but it's a mainline game, so it kind of feels like they threw away a lot of stuff that made the original so great in favor of this new style.
I never played any of the older games. Like I say that I always have to play the older games first. I didn't play the older game.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying they're bad or anything like that. 2013 is a really great game. It's just that... That's just my personal opinion.
Yeah, it's kind of like the new Star Wars. They're good movies. They're just not good Star Wars movies.
I find it funny because I see so many people saying that Rise of Skywalker wasn't a good ending to the Star Wars saga, and I agree with that for the most part. It's just my personal perspective on that is that I like to think Return of the Jedi is the end of the saga, and the new trilogy is like an epilogue thing.
I grew up reading all the 90s Star Wars novels. So when the Disney movies weren't anything like the plotline for them, as a 15-year-old, I was super upset. Especially because I pre-ordered my ticket for the when Disney did the first one. I can't ever remember what it's called. I pre-ordered my tickets like 2 years in advance. Yeah, that one. And like I was in full cosplay at the theater. I was one of the geeks, and I was utterly disappointed by it. So,
I don't know much about the original books that they did for that. I do know that Mara Jade was a really popular character, and I'm really sad they didn't do anything with her in the new movies.
yeah. And then Disney took characters from the books and put them into Star Wars Rebels, like Grand Admiral Misero Naruto, but out of his place in the timeline from the books, which is really frustrating. They're like 40 years too early. Yeah, I'm just nit. There are a lot of Star Wars books, so if you're going to read, be prepared. There's well over 300 by various authors. I own most of them.
There's how many?
About over 300. Yeah, and those are just the ones that are after the main trilogy ended. There's probably a good another 300 for before the prequel. But like the lore goes way deep. Like you get into Luke and Leia's grandchildren. Oh, finally, we finally completed a salmon run.
Victory Screech!
Bye, Apple.
The only Star Wars books that I've read, I really like the Force Awakens book that they adapted for the 7th movie. They go a lot more in detail about the world of that movie in that one, because it's you only see this in the book, but there is somebody who was very close to Leia that she sent to the planet that got destroyed by Starkiller Base. You don't see that in the movie at all, but it is in the book. And And I also remember trying to read the Phantom Menace book that Terry Brooks wrote, and he's a good author. It's just that Phantom Menace probably wasn't the it probably wasn't the most well written Star Wars book.
Yeah. Yeah, the books that are written based on the movies are always a little odd to me. I don't know. I was just a really big fan of the Young Jedi Knights trilogy or series, and then the Han Solo trilogy, and all those things. I mean, Timothy Zahn was one of my, those people that if I can ever meet them in person, it would be like heaven. Growing up. Yeah. I need to go get some water.
All right, so
I'll go
so see you in a moment while you do that, and then I'll gossip about you. Alright, so I'm not quite sure how much longer the stream's going to be going on because I'm having a really fun time and I could probably do this all night, but yeah, this has been a really fun stream so far. I hope you guys are enjoying this. I know it's a lot later than usual, so hope you're all having a good time. Gonna catch up on the stream chat while Pie is getting water.
I'm back.
Ah!
I told you to hydrate.
Greg Garbage Gaming is in the chats making fun of Laura's name's pronunciation.
It's Lara. It rhymes with Sam. If it has a U, it's Laura. Yeah, I spooked. Do you want to keep playing Salmon Run, or do you want to do something different?
Do you want to try one more round?
Oh, do you want to keep playing Salmon Run, or do something different?
How about one more Salmon Run round, and then we'll do something else after that?
Alright.
If that's okay with you.
Yeah, I'm good with whatever.
Going back to Star Wars real quick, can I rant about something?
Yeah.
Alright, so my favorite thing in Star Wars, aside from like The Empire Strikes Back and things like that, my favorite Star Wars game is The Force Unleashed. That game's development directly impacted the making of Revenge of the Sith because they had several plot lines in that movie that they decided to cut because of events that happened in Force Unleashed. And then when Disney buys out LucasArts, that game is no longer canon. It's just like...
Yeah, I hate Disney made everything non-canon.
Yeah. It's like, you had a good explanation for where the Rebel Alliance came from in that game, and then you made that Rebels show, which I'm sure it's good and all, but I don't like it.
I don't like it because they put Thrawn in it, and Thrawn isn't supposed to be at that part in the timeline.
Yeah.
And I think they kill them off, which doesn't even make any sense.
They have a lot of really weird things in the Clone Wars and Rebels show, and I'm sorry, I know there are a lot of people who love the Clone Wars. I'm sorry, I don't like the Clone Wars at all.
I actually did like the Clone Wars. That was one of the things that I watched as a teenager that I really, really liked. I'm not ashamed to say it. I have a Clone Wars Anakin Skywalker pillow that I've had since I was like 13.
Respect.
That when I go camping or anything, that's the pillow I have. And it's so faded that it's actually just the whole thing is like a pale blue color now. You can't even see it. I'm honest.
I'm sure Clone Wars has a lot of good ideas. It's just that I've honestly tried watching it, and I just don't get the appeal of it. Like, I'm sorry I'm missing something pretty obvious about it, but yeah, I'm sorry, people.
I really liked all the different clones and how they gave them all personalities. I thought that was really neat because they don't do that in the movies. And I also liked seeing all the Jedis that are in the books being in the show as like actual characters.
Yeah.
So I saw that. That was nice. And then seeing all the different species that you see in the background as like actual characters with speaking roles and stuff. I liked that. And I had a big crush on Anakin Skywalker.
I had a big crush on.
I have so much terrible art when I was like 12 with Anakin Skywalker.
I remember when I was a kid, I had a big crush on Ayla Secura, the blue Jedi lady. Oh, come on. That was totally in the thing. Stupid flyfish.
Hey, the Explosher and the Grizzco Slosher can both kill that thing if you put the ink into the bits.
Yeah.
And so can the Stingray can kill it if you get the little in the middle. But every other weapon, you gotta use a bomb. Sucks. So I just ignore them.
The Grizzco Blaster, that's gotta be like my favorite of the rare Grizzco weapons.
I wish that they like rounded out the Grizzco set. You know, rollers and stuff. I was always hoping that they would finish out the set with like one of everything, but they never did. And the Grizzco Charger drives me up the wall because it can't kill the steelheads in one hit, like literally every other Charger can, including the bamboo.
Wait, the bamboo?
You have to get him in two.
The bamboo one can kill him in one hit?
I'm pretty sure it can.
I never knew that. That's usually like one of the weaker sniper
I might be. Yeah, it's the weakest sniper. But the Grizzco one, you have to do 2 hits. It drives me up the wall. Like, you would think if you're making this super awesome charger, you would at least make it kill the one boss that requires a charger in one hit. Yeah. But I guess. Don't fall in the water this time.
What, you mean like this?
I'll stand on you again.
I feel threatened.
I'll squid party on your...
Oh, wow.
Brad is just chilling up by spawn. They might have disconnected.
Yeah, we can do it ourselves. We'll be like Thanos, fine. I'll do it myself.
Now Brad is... Pie is obviously better. Although, nice garlic bread, like olive sticks, have...
No, you're cutting out a lot. I can't hear you. I'm sorry.
Oh, Olive Garden breadsticks. They're heavenly.
Oh, you're making me hungry now.
I took a friend to Olive Garden to thank her for helping me with my... And she'd never... And we got breadsticks, and the waitress gave us more breadsticks when we left. She's like, "Do you guys want some to take home?" Like, of course we do.
Their breadsticks are amazing. It's like heaven in a stick form.
They're so good. I love Olive Garden.
I don't know if there's one around... Actually, I do know there's one in our state, but it's kind of a drive away. But there's this one restaurant I really like called Rizzoli's, and they have insanely good breadsticks as well.
Little Caesars are pretty... Like, unless they're burnt. Sometimes you get them and you open up the bag and they've been burnt.
Yeah.
They can be pretty good.
I like Little Caesars for the most part, but I especially like their cheese pizza.
Yeah. Alright, now what?
Alright. So, wait.
I'm gonna go grab my bonus. Yeah, I did have a crush on the Hayden Christensen Anakin as well.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays, I have more refined taste and have a crush on Bayonetta.
Yeah. I think my friend Pan Carmen has said that Bayonetta is his waifu.
Bayonetta is my waifu, so get your own. I still didn't get any food. That's one of these days. I'm just gonna max out my money amount because there's nothing else I can spend it on.
Yeah.
Right now, I have 7,354,200. Like, it's just crazy. Do you want to do League?
All right. League battle. All right. Do you want to quit the room, or do you want me to?
I can make it.
Right. And while you do that, I'm gonna look at the stream chat. I'm sorry if I'm not looking at the chat as often as I usually do on these streams.
Isn't that the Burger King game? Sneak King?
Great Grubber's Gaming.
I think my brother.
Face. Why would you mention that on the stream?
Isn't that the Burger King game?
Okay. Fun story. That's my least favorite game of all time. It's basically.
I think. Yeah.
Oh wait, is this a good weapon for Rainmaker? Too late now. So yeah, Sneak King is basically a Burger King. It's basically Metal Gear Solid, but you're playing as a Burger King king. It is so bad.
You could play the Colonel Sanders dating.
Is that a real thing?
Yeah, it's free on Steam.
Oh no.
It came out like a year ago. You haven't heard of it?
No.
It's called I Love You, Colonel Sanders.
Oh no, my god.
It's a full anime dating with Colonel Sanders.
Oh no. Why would you tell me that?
Now you have to play it. But he's not like an old man in it either. He's like a hot anime.
Owie.
They have the Rainmaker. Who authorized?
It was Colonel Sanders.
Give it back. Give it back. I want it. They shot me in the. The thing about League is that I always end up playing with X level people, and I've never gotten to level.
Yep, sorry, what was it?
Oh, the people on the other team are always X level.
Mm-hmm.
I actually got invited to a Splatoon tournament one time, but I wasn't old enough. You had to be 18 to participate, and my birthday wasn't for a few more months.
Yep.
So I didn't get to go, and that was sad.
For the Let's Play, I had a tournament where I invited people that I already knew. I've been thinking about having another one because more people that I know have gotten the game since that tournament was recorded. So I'm thinking I might do that for the Let's Play.
That'd be cool. This was the national tournament that Nintendo held.
They had this one thing, I think it was at PAX East 2018. They had a booth where...
You have to be 18.
Yeah. They had this one booth where you could play Splatoon 2 while people were cheering you on. One of the people on my team was a cosplayer dressed like Marie, and then I eventually bumped into her later in that fits, and it was awesome.
That's awesome. When I was in Japan, I went to a cat cafe where you could play video games while petting the cats, and I got to play Splatoon, the original one,
while playing cats.
That's awesome.
It was because the console was in Japanese. Everything in Splatoon was in Japanese, but I still knew what I was doing. But it was so much fun. I probably would have stayed there longer, but you had to pay by the hour or something like that. I think it was a half hour, and it was kind of expensive, so I didn't stay for very long.
Do I want to tell the story on stream? It's a really fun story, but I'm not quite sure if it's something I should tell on stream or not. Screw it, I'm gonna do it anyway. So, my girlfriend and I, we've been talking about, like a dream vacation of going to Japan someday, and she really wants to go to a maid cafe.
I didn't get to go to one of those because I wasn't an adult.
Yeah, because you wonder what?
I wasn't an adult when I was in Japan. I was 17.
Ow!
So I didn't go there. I did accidentally wander into the adult section of a manga store by accident because I didn't see the sign on the floor saying no under 18. But as soon as I realized where I was, I left.
Something really amazing is that in Tokyo Bar Assassins, they actually have maid cafes in that game. Like it's not, you don't actually already go into one, but you can see waitresses outside, and they're all dressed like maids.
That's cool. Yeah, I want to go back to Japan someday. There was a lot of things that I didn't get to do that were on my list, but I had a pretty big list. But I did get to do a lot of cool stuff. I went to the Ghibli Museum, and I did see the Nintendo headquarters, but I didn't get to go inside because they don't let the public in.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to Super Potato, which is the largest used video game store in the world. 4 stories tall, and the top story is a coin arcade with all the old games. So for like 100 yen, I got to play Tetris. And I got the high score on the console, which was awesome. I'm really, really good at Tetris. And I actually had a whole group of people watching me behind, and my dad was like, how about after this game we leave? And he goes, you've been playing it for a long time. How much yen have you spent? I go, 100? Like, I'd only played 1 round, and it had just been like half an hour.
That's awesome.
And I played Space Invaders, the original one too, but I'm really bad at Space Invaders, so I died almost immediately.
Oh my god. When you said Space Invaders, that reminded me of something. Do you remember that class where the first assignment, they had us do a space game?
Yes! To test mine, I filled the whole top of the screen with enemies. So that I wouldn't be able to miss. And the professor came over and was looking at it. He goes, that's a lot of enemies you got there. I go, I'm really bad at Space Invaders.
I remember that!
It was just the whole screen with enemies. I actually made a reference to it in my final project. One of the characters says, hey, at least it isn't Space Invaders. I'm like comically bad at Space Invaders.
The reason I brought that up was because for my assignment, I finished it really quickly, so I added a multiplayer mode there. And then afterwards, that teacher got kind of picky about my assignments because he wanted me to go above everything else. It's like, I only went above and beyond for 1 assignment. I want to do the bare minimum for the rest.
Yeah, I always do the bare minimum for the first few, and then start working on more. I got an A+ in that class because of my final.
Nice.
It had like 60 rooms and over 300 sprites.
Mm-hmm.
And I had to pay for the license for the full version of Game Maker because I ran out of the ability to add more rooms.
Yeah, didn't they make that free shortly before the final was due?
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
but I didn't care. It meant that I was able to list my game on itch.io
Mm.
because it wasn't a student edition that I used.
I remember that specifically because I remember that I was really struggling to make my final work within the limits of the free version, and then they made it free right before it was due, and I was like, oh, great, cool, awesome.
Yeah, it's like of all the times to do that, like you would think at the beginning of a college term would have been nice, and not at the end of one.
Mm-hmm. Nice. Never mind.
Dang it, you got killed behind me.
I'm sorry.
Nah, you good. Watermelon isn't a fruit because fruits don't technically exist.
Fruits are a myth.
Yeah. Fruits only exist in a culinary setting. From a botanical setting, fruits don't exist. You can grow square watermelons in your backyard. You just put a box around it when they're little, and then they grow into a square shape because of the box.
Do square watermelons taste any different than a regular one?
No.
Oh,
They all taste terrible.
I like watermelon.
I hate watermelon.
How dare you have a different opinion?
I'm a very, very picky eater.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, honestly, same. I usually eat the same foods every day. I'm very much a routine person.
I will eat the same food every day until I'm sick of eating it, and I actually got a vitamin deficiency one summer because I would only eat tater tots. And you would think, okay, that's like, you were 10, maybe 11, probably a little kid. I was 16.
That's amazing. The first time that I was ever left home alone, my family got me a pizza, and I didn't know that if I was supposed to. I didn't know if I was allowed to have it all to myself or if I was supposed to share it, and that didn't occur to me until there's only one slice left. So they were in a class at this day, so I called them, and I was asking, "There's one slice left. Do any of you want it?" Then they explained to me that, dude, that whole thing is yours.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, banana is a berry, and a strawberry is not a berry.
Mm-hmm. Fruit names are weird.
Yeah, they are. Blueberries aren't berries either. But I think a pineapple technically is a berry. It's like a whole bunch of berries smushed together.
I'm not looking at the chat right now, but I'm gonna assume that's Three's Productions who's saying that.
Yes.
Yeah, they were saying something along the similar lines during the Breath of the Wild stream yesterday.
Like a tomato is a fruit. Eggplant is a fruit. But a lettuce is not a fruit or a vegetable. It's a leaf. A carrot is just a root. It's not a vegetable. It's a root.
Speaking of Three's Productions, I gotta say, huge shout out to you for sticking around during the entire 5-hour Breath of the Wild stream yesterday.
I just have in the background while I'm doing other stuff. Apparently, the Oregon State fruit is a pear.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. Learn something new every day.
But a pear isn't a fruit.
Not apparently.
It's not a fruit. It's a berry.
Speaking of fruit and things like that, one of the very few TikToks that I've actually seen was this one guy who does watermelon skits. And he gets very overly excited about it, so he would say things like, there's a hat in my home made out of watermelon.
You want to switch over to Turf War? Jade says they want to play with us.
All right. Time for some Tifa.
Tagback TV is online, but I think he's playing Animal Crossing.
Mm-hmm.
A raspberry is not a berry. I do believe it is a drupe, which is a type of rose.
I didn't know if you were setting up the room or not, and I accidentally went into a thing, and now the game is starting soon. Sorry about that.
Oh, I did set up a room. No worries. We'll just be in separate battles.
Battle time! Exclamation point.
I'm the only octopus on my team.
Man, you would not believe how incredibly excited I was when they announced Octo Expansion.
Did you just say incredibly? I caught that.
Yeah, that's the third thing you didn't know about me if you're good commentating. I make a lot of puns. But yeah, I was so excited when they announced Octo Expansion because I'd wanted to play as an Octoling forever because I loved their character designs, and then they actually announced it, and it was so cool. But
Yes, I straight up like just started yelling when I saw it. I was like, "Oh, this is amazing!"
mm-hmm.
I pre-ordered it the same day it was announced. Like I rarely pre-order things, but it was like, I gotta do it.
Yeah. The fun thing about that though was that I wasn't able to watch that one live because that was the same day as a math final. So when I was waiting,
I don't watch them live either.
when I was waiting for my mom to pick me up because like I don't drive, so she was picking me up at that time. So when I was waiting for the car to come by, I was looking at my phone to see, okay, what did they announce during the Nintendo Direct? Did they announce anything interesting? And then I'm scrolling through YouTube feed and I was like, Octo Expansion announced. What? Super Smash Bros.
Yes.
Announced. What? Why could I miss this? How could you math
I-
final?
I never watched Nintendo Directs because I'm too impatient to wait through all the stuff. So I'll just wait until the Direct is over and then watch highlight reels.
Yeah. I can
Like I get way too antsy during a Direct, so I just wait.
I can understand that. They do have a lot of filler stuff in the middle of it.
Mm-hmm.
But the one where they announced Tokyo Mirage Sessions coming to Switch, my goodness, I screamed with joy so much because that was the one Wii U port I was really hoping would come to Switch, and it actually did, and it makes me so happy. And then they ended off with a Xenoblade announcement.
Yeah. The nuts are fruit. What are you talking about?
I am not.
Yeah, I remember seeing the video clip of the Nintendo World Store in New York when Sans was announced for Smash. Like, have you seen that clip?
Yeah.
The whole place just erupts. It's crazy.
It's so fun seeing just how excited they get during Directs.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Banjo-Kazooie one is probably my favorite.
Yeah, I never played Banjo-Kazooie.
Oh! Eat that.
Okay, next battle. Are you joining my lobby?
Alright. I can do that.
Okay.
One thing that I really liked was that when when Master Sakurai was going over Banjo-Kazooie, there was one point where he was all like, some of you may know, the Banjo-Kazooie IP now belongs to Microsoft. Now, technically, they're a rival platform holder, but they are still very happy for him to be in the game. So, if you want to play Banjo-Kazooie today, you can do so on Xbox. I know this is a Nintendo broadcast, but please, give it a try on Xbox.
Yeah. Nintendo, I like how they are friendly with your competitors like that.
Yeah.
Like, with the Animal Crossing and Doom being the same release date, and the Animal Crossing official Twitter, like, teaming up with the Doom official Twitter, that was epic.
That was so
Like,
amazing.
It's one thing when the fan base does that kind of stuff, and it's, like, pretty cool, but then you get the official people taking notice, and it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. One of my favorite...
We're on different teams.
One of my favorite things that came out of the Animal Crossing Doom thing was this animation where the Doom guy came into the store and to pick up an Animal Crossing Switch. And then you see cute little Isabelle. She not only gets Doom, but she also gets the Doom mask. This
is a level 69. On the last battle, I got exactly 666p. So, do with that what you will.
How could you say numbers? This is a family-friendly channel.
I'll post a screenshot of it to Twitter later. You have 2 squids with the same dualies on your team.
Hopefully they'll... I don't know. I was trying to come up with a pun, but I can't. My pun meter is off. Die, purple scum!
No, you die.
Ow! You saw nothing?
I see everything.
I ran into something funny. So, there's this one time, my friend James and I, we were doing a co-op series on Mario Brothers 3. So, at one point I said, I see everything. And then he's like, okay, so how many fingers am I holding up? And there's a webcam footage of... There's a facecam footage of him having his middle finger up. I couldn't see it, so I was like, the middle one. How did you know?
Predictable. I got you, by the way.
Oh no. The pie has gotten me. That's karma for eating pie all my life.
I eat pies too. Got you again.
So, does that mean you're a cannibal?
Yeah. In Skyrim, you can be a cannibal, and I think that is very great of them to allow that in the game. In The Witcher, you find a cannibal in the woods, and he offers you food, but you can't eat it. And I think that is the opposite of good.
The opposite.
If I want to become a cannibal, I should be able to become a cannibal. It's important to my immersion.
It's important to your immersion.
Yeah. My immersion is ruined if I can't eat flesh. I like it though when you're like an Argonian though, or like a Khajiit, and you eat like Nord flesh, and it still counts as cannibalism.
Hold on.
I don't understand that.
Hold on a second. Yeah, sorry about that. I'm gonna have to go on intermission for a moment.
Yeah.
Alright.
No, milk is not a fruit.
Sorry to interrupt your cannibal knees.
Sadly, milk is not a fruit. Although milk is disgusting and I hate it. So.
Alright, so it's 12:40 right now, so about 10-minute break or so.
Okay.
Alright. See you lovely people in a moment.
I'm just gonna keep playing though. This battle only has a minute left.
And we've returned.
Ayo!
Bonzo. So I see the lovely people of the chat are talking about the coconuts.
Because they're mammals.
Waiting for a player slot to open up. 23 seconds left.
Yeet. In this world, it's yeet or be yeeted.
It's yeet or be yeeted. Yeet or be yeeted. Gaming with Pie 2020.
Actually, I've been saying that since, like, 2015. Hot dog is not a bird. A coconut is mammal because it produces milk and it has fur. A hot dog does not fall into the classification for a bird, which is hollow bones and has wings.
Well, if you're careful, then you could move the hot dog buns as bird wings, so in that respect, they could be birds.
I don't like that.
Face Productions is asking why. Thank you, Good Cooper's Gaming. I do have a point.
I don't want bones in my hot dog. I know they're in there. I don't want to think about it.
Hey. It said it was going to let me in the next round, and then it's doing another one.
No, because the definition for a fruit is not that it grows on a tree. So a bird is not a fruit.
Or is it? Could a hot dog be a fruit?
It's a taco. It can't be a fruit because it's already a taco. Squirrels are not fruits either. They're coconuts. I thought we established this.
If everything is a coconut, then what's a coconut?
A mammal.
What's a mammal then?
A type of coconut.
What is a coconut? A miserable little pile of secrets.
No, a hot dog is a taco. It's a taco.
Nacho.
A Pop-Tart is a casserole.
Nacho, nacho man. I wanna eat the nacho man.
If a hot dog isn't a taco, then that means a taco is technically a sandwich. So it's the lesser evil, really. Is a taco a sandwich, or is a hot dog a taco?
We need a Splatfest to determine that.
Oh my goodness.
What was your favorite Splatfest?
My favorite one was probably Chaos versus Order.
Yes.
And Chaos ruled supreme. A thing can't be a thing on its own because it has to be categorized. Did you know Nintendo made official Splatfest shirts for Chaos versus Order?
I think I saw that somewhere. I didn't get one myself, though.
I did, but I was working at a summer camp with a strict no technology thing, but I knew they were going to be on sale that day, so it was 6 a.m, and I was in the bathroom with my phone so that I could pre-order it, and they sold out. They sold out an hour later. So that's how I got mine.
You're living life.
It cost like $50. It was crazy. But I love that shirt, so
That shirt has been just like a shirt to you.
A burrito isn't a sandwich. A burrito is a calzone. Because it's wrapped completely. The bread substance is completely around it.
Alright, come on.
No, it's not a burrito. It's a calzone. A burrito and a Pop-Tart are the same thing. They're both calzones.
Let me join the game.
It still won't let you in?
I don't know. It says standing by. It said that last time.
Holy cow! We might have to make a new lobby.
Mm-hmm. Ah! I was playing with the sound effects and... Ah, come on! Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on! Come on, come on, come on!
Okay, guys, so if a ketchup is... Or is it if a tomato is a fruit, right? So then... Ketchup is a smoothie.
Ketchup in a smoothie.
No, it is a smoothie.
Okay, I'm gonna back out of the lobby and go into a different game.
Okay. I'll join you then.
My family still likes to tease me because there's one thing at Burger King they did one time where they put bacon inside ice cream. Like
Gross!
like a bacon milkshake. It was really good, but they always tease me.
No! I don't like bacon, though.
Alright.
Ketchup is an energy drink. I like the way you think.
Ketchup is an energy drink.
I was mailing a friend a letter and I was really tempted to just put a ketchup packet in the letter, but I was afraid that it would get broke open during the shipping.
Yeah.
I like Burger King. I eat Burger King more often than I should.
Same.
It's cheap and it's fast.
Their Bacon King is like my favorite burger, at least from a fast food place.
Oh, I just get the regular cheeseburger and then just fries.
It's funny because, like I said earlier, Sneaking is my least favorite game ever, so you'd think that would deter me from eating Burger King, but no, it's still one of my favorite fast food places.
Yeah. I get my burgers just nothing on them because I'm so picky. I won't eat lettuce or onion or tomato or any of that. I just get mustard and cheese and meat and bun. Butter is a milkshake. It sure is.
What would Nesquik be then?
Nesquik. It's just flavored milk.
So...
You could put Nesquik in your butter.
Ew.
Chocolate flavored butter.
Ew. It's nasty.
Nah. Hashtag mustard gang. Mustard is good. I'm weird and will sometimes just eat mustard from the packet. Put milk on your bread, I dare you. That's actually a British thing. It's called a milk sandwich. It's just milk on bread.
Is it any good?
Yeah, bun, cheese, and meat, and then mustard. And French fry, because French fries are heaven.
Yeah. It's like heaven in a stick.
All multiplayer maps and modes have been updated.
What?
The mode rotated.
Have we been playing that long?
Yeah. Just go to McDonald's where they have like the touchscreen thing where you can choose what you want on your burger. Get everything taken off except for mayonnaise. And then you just get wrapped mayonnaise. Happy 3 a.m. That's a lie. It's 1 a.m.
Who wants a Krabby Patty at 3 in the morning? Oh boy, 3 a.m.
Yes.
There was a few times where I have actually waited until 3 o'clock in the morning to eat a burger.
A lot of the time I stay up until 4 or 5 in the morning. I'm pretty much nocturnal.
Yep. But that's just that's just a natural thing about gamers, is that we're all nocturnal.
Look, I can have my mic on, I don't have to have headphones on, and there's no TV in the background. It's perfect.
Multiplayer maps have been updated. More towers, more towers, more towers. Please, please, please.
Nope.
Aww.
Not even in ranked or league or anything.
Aww. I'm sad now.
Do you want to join Bobby, and then I'll join up with you in a minute?
Alright. Well, at least it's Kelp Dog. That's one of my favorites.
Yeah, that one's pretty fun. I'll be right back.
Bye. There's Bruxton says, "Did you know French fries weren't made in France? They were made in Greece." I see what you did there. Alright, Kelp Dome, don't fail me now. We've had a good history. That poor hammer player. Owie! This is the most riveting commentary in the world, isn't it? Oh, that person ran away. Why didn't you let me splat you? That was a birthday present to you. Owie! Owie! How could you? I thought we had something special. If it wasn't like 1 in the morning, I'm pretty sure my commentary being alone would be a lot more interesting. So I apologize for that. I just kind of keep forgetting that I'm streaming right now. I know that's kind of a silly thing to say, but honestly... Alright. We definitely want to go back to the center, because it's all green and stuff. We don't want to go green. We want everything to be pink, because pink is a manly color. Ah! The funny thing about that, though, is that pink was actually considered for the longest time to be one of the more masculine colors in the world, because it's a shade of red. Yikes, that's a lot of green. Three's Productions says, it's 3 in the morning. If that means it's Three's Productions hour. Three's hour. Okay, the next game is starting, so hopefully Pi will be able to join us in the next one. Blackbelly Skate Park. Not that big of a fan of this map. It's not bad or anything like that. It's just that it's not in my top 5 list or anything like that. It is fun on Clan Blitz, though. I really do like it in Clan Blitz. But on Turf 4 and pretty much everything else, it's just okay. Haha, you were splattered. Fear the bubble! Away! The bubble got splatted.
Beep.
Ah!
I'm back.
You've returned. Okay, we're on Blackberry Skipberg right now, and we're kind of kicking butt, but I don't think that's going to last very long. Yeah.
Milk is gross. I see milk being talked about in the comments. Milk is disgusting.
You don't like milk?
No, it's bad.
What's wrong with milk?
It's bad mouthfeel, bad flavor, comes out of a cow. Do not like.
Well, burgers come out of a cow too, and they're amazing.
Burgers are not a fluid. I never want to eat a fluid that comes from an animal.
Wonder what a burger would be like if it was a fluid.
Wasn't that a plot point in Wall-E? The movie? Where they just had everything as a smoothie?
I guess that's true.
Like, that's just the thought of that is very bad. Do not like.
Yeah.
0 out of 10 stars. Return to seller.
Except to Centennial Cupcake in a cup. Wow, look at that.
Milk is disgusting, and I will fight you. I'm basically Edward Elric in real life, because I'm also very short and angry and hate milk.
You're almost like who?
Edward Elric from Full Metal Alchemist hates milk.
Ah.
Which is funny because the author did that on purpose. She grew up on a dairy farm. the whole series, she one time described it as just pro-dairy propaganda. You can't crack my bones. They're already cracked. I'll do it myself.
I like drinking milk, but it's one of those things where if I drink too much of it at once, then yeah, it's not good. Like 1 or 2 cups at a time is probably enough for me.
Ew. I'll drink like one gulp and that's it. It's very bad.
Do you like chocolate milk?
No.
Oh. I see how it is.
I don't like ice cream either. And I don't eat cheese very often.
So you just don't really like dairy products in general?
Yeah.
Alright.
I'm also lactose intolerant.
That would explain it.
So I just avoid them, but it also helps that I don't like them to start with. You dip chips in milk. That is a crime against humanity. Pretty sure that violates the Geneva Convention.
There's this Twitter thing that posts moments in video games that violate that convention.
Many games have violated the Geneva Convention because they use the Red Cross emblem, which is a violation.
Who did that?
Pretty much any game that has a health pack.
Oh.
And then they get in trouble with the Red Cross.
Earthbound had something like that where the Japanese version of the hospitals had a Red Cross, but they had to censor that in the North American version because of copyright.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the Red Cross symbol can't be used for non-official Red Cross use because they don't want the symbol to become public domain, and they don't want it to become something that is recognized not for its intended purpose.
That makes sense.
And so they're very on top of games using. The Geneva Convention is it's basically rules of war. It was put in place after World War II, and it's a very long document stating the things that you can and cannot do in a war zone and outside of a war zone. Like, you can't use tear gas on the enemy. That's against the Geneva Convention. You can't use the Red Cross emblem for anything outside of the official International Red Cross. You can't torture prisoners of war.
Probably not the best subject to discuss in a Splatoon stream.
Yeah, I know. But yeah.
Owie!
But if you ever get the chance to read something very long and slightly boring, the Geneva Convention is a very good choice.
If you also want to read something else that's long and boring, you also have a book. Speaking of which, we're not ready for this announcement quite yet, but I can reveal a little bit of this. So something really exciting is that GamingWithPie is actually going to do the cover art for the next book we'll be publishing. It's really awesome, and I'm really looking forward to sharing it with you all. It's not quite ready. The book isn't quite yet. Bleh. The book isn't quite ready yet, but I'm really looking forward to it because the artwork is amazing.
I'm going to be publishing a book soon too, actually.
Ooh.
A comic book. As soon as I finish the next story, I'll be publishing the first copy of my webcomic as a thing. The Geneva Convention is spelled Geneva.
Eevee. Pokemon. Sorry, I'm easily amused. So, my YouTube friends, James Rose, Pan Carmen, and Green Purpose Gaming, they like to tease me because I say Let's Go Eevee is my favorite Pokemon game.
I have Let's Go Pikachu.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite Pokemon game is Silver.
Mm-hmm. That's the Gen 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I didn't start playing Pokemon until I was 18, which was like 5 years ago, but I've never actually beaten a Pokemon game.
I didn't play it until I was like 16. But the first one I played was Silver.
I was really looking forward to Sword and Shield, but then after the whole, not all the Pokemon are going to be in the game thing, I just kind of lost interest.
Honestly, Sword and Shield is such a cash grab.
Mm-hmm.
It's really annoying. They reused assets from X and Y and Sun and Moon, which is fine. You can reuse assets. But they reused the Pokemon assets from X and Y, and they didn't even upscale the poly counts in some of them, so they look really bad. And then you have to have the DLC to get the other Pokemon, and it's the storyline is not very good either.
It makes sense that they reuse the Pokemon themselves because they said during when X and Y were released that they made the Pokemon specifically to be future-proof. But then they went back and say that wanting to make higher quality animations was the reason why they cut so many Pokemon. And
yeah, but then they didn't.
And it's like, the Pokemon themselves, they did not need to cut that many because there's like only 400 in the base game. And even though they already have fully working HD Pokemon models for Let's Go Eevee and Pikachu, not all of the Kanto ones are in Sword and Shield.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. And, a lot of it isn't the developer or the artist's fault. They were on a huge time crunch for it. It's a big budget game. And Japan, especially, but the gaming industry as a whole, does not respect their workers' time, and they don't pay their workers for their time, and they'll give them these impossible crunch line deadlines to do.
Yeah.
And that is, unfortunately, the result is a subpar game, which is why the storyline is bad. They didn't have as much time to work on that either. But it's honestly not the artist's fault. It's the company's fault, and they need to step up and do better.
They really should have delayed the game for like a year or so. And I know that's really difficult for Pokemon because it's a multimedia franchise with an anime and things like that.
Yeah.
Ow.
Well, if you look at Breath of the Wild or Animal Crossing New Horizons, they were delayed significantly. Breath of the Wild was delayed by 3 years.
Something like that.
Yeah, and as a result, we got an amazing game that didn't even come out on the console. Well, it did, but it went through 3 different consoles during its development cycle because that's how long it took. And it was it shows that they did a good job. Same with Animal Crossing. They took their time working on it, and as a result, we got a spectacular game. Pokemon Sword and Shield was rushed, and it looks like it is.
And the thing is, a rushed game doesn't necessarily mean that it's going to be bad, because my favorite Tomb Raider game ever, Tomb Raider Legend, that was a game that had a rushed development cycle, and it still turned out pretty great. So even if you do release an incomplete game, you could still salvage it to make it a good game. It's just that Sword and Shield wasn't nearly as ambitious as it should have been. And I apologize if this rant is making anybody upset, because I know there are a lot of people who love Sword and Shield, and we won't judge anybody who does. It's just that I'm more of a Xenoblade fan myself, and
Yeah, and Green Cobra Gaming says the Pokemon game itself is $60, and then on top of that you have to pay $40 for the DLC for things that probably should have been in the base game, because honestly the DLC just plays like the after game does in other games. And back with first, second, third gen even, there wasn't DLC, first of all, but also the games weren't that expensive. Yeah, Sword and Shield has no post-game content. It was put into the DLC. And
Wait,
that was probably because the post-game... No, it has no post-game content.
Are you... What?
You have to pay for the DLC. I'm not joking. There's no post-game content. There's no Victory Road or anything. It's all in the DLC.
Oh my god.
Yeah, which is why I think that the DLC wasn't originally going to be DLC. It was just going to be part of the game. But here's the thing. They shouldn't have charged you for it. It should have been a free update.
Can I get loud for
And yeah, Japan has one of the worst work environments. It's actually very common to see businessmen sleeping outside of train stations because it's considered that you've been working a whole lot, and that means it's a good thing. And they lock mangakas in their office until they finish the story they're working on and stuff. It's very bad. America is not much better, though. I mean, look at the Amazon warehouse.
Yeah. I know one story about Kid Icarus development was that they had a lot of developers there get sick because most of them slept inside the building itself, and to save on money, they turned off the heat at night.
Yeah. Yeah, I was playing Reciteer, which is a Japanese game that I love so much, but the game company hasn't released any games since like 2012. And I was commenting it on stream, and somebody mentioned that the reason why the company never made any more games is because one of the staff members actually killed themselves as a result of the stress of working on the game, so it was transferred to another studio, and the same thing happened.
Yikes.
So, and that kind of thing happens all the time in this industry. And it's something that needs to be addressed.
That's something I'm really worried about with wanting to work in the game industry, because I know that I want to work on video games as a career, but I kind of don't want to work with somebody else because the work conditions are horrible. So if I'm going to be working in the game industry, I'd rather be working as like making my own games and things like that.
Yeah, more indie development type stuff.
Yeah.
I plan on working as a freelancer in the game industry, so not technically owned by any one company, but able to work on different things. My dream is to one day work for Nintendo, even just as a contract position, just once. That's the dream. Even though I know it'll be terrible.
My ultimate goal, and I know this is never going to happen, but my ultimate goal is to, in some way, work on a Zelda or Tomb Raider game.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Actually,
I want to work on a Splatoon game.
Oh, that'd be so much fun. Something really neat.
The dev team for Splatoon 2 is the same dev team for Animal Crossing New Horizons. Which is awesome.
That explains all the Splatoon jokes.
Yeah. Although they took out the Splatoon villagers, so that's sad. I hope they get added back.
Why would you do that? CC was my favorite in New Leaf.
I'm hoping they add the amiibo villagers back in, though.
Yeah.
They might not be able to add, like, the Monster Hunter ones, or, like, some of there were Japanese crossover ones that Nintendo doesn't own, like the Sanrio characters. They might not be able to do those. Although they are in the game files. All the textures and assets and even, like, personality traits for the Sanrio villagers are in New Horizons game files.
I really hope they do, because...
Yeah.
For the people who got those amiibo cards, they are really expensive, so I really hope they get their money's worth.
Well, I mean, you can just spoof the amiibo cards. I'm not saying I spoof amiibo cards, but I might have spoofed amiibo cards.
Ah!
But yeah, I want Toby the Rabbit in my town. Please and thank you. That would be great.
You know, it'd be funny.
What?
It'd be funny if they had a fox villager named Toby.
Okay.
Because Toby Fox. He's an Undertale developer, dude.
Yeah. But what if it was just a dog wearing a fox mask? I barely beat you.
You did it.
I got you by like 0.2% or something.
There was this one moment, I think it was episode 2 of the Let's Play, where I was talking about how I'm not going to be picky about showing matches that I win or lose. And that same match, I lost by 1%. And I was like,
oh wow.
We lost by 0.1%!
That always sucks.
It's 0.5% that's a tiebreaker, right?
I don't know.
Ah, people calling me. No. Muting microphone. You get to carry the commentary for a moment. Sorry about that. Hopefully someday people will understand the concept of I can't pause my game. I'm in the middle of an online thing.
Yeah. What game is it where if you pause it says just kidding? It actually isn't. I think it's Don't Starve Together. Where if you pause the game while you're online, it says game pause. Just kidding. No, it isn't. Have fun dying.
No. I don't want to die.
Too bad.
Death is not good for the skin. Ow!
You died.
Do you think zombies ever do care about skin cream? Or anything like that?
I don't know, maybe.
That's the second time I died to that person throwing a splat bomb.
Dying to a splat bomb is so annoying because it's literally so easy to avoid.
Mm-hmm. Aha, I got that person. Grippers Gaming says, death is good for the zombies. Is it too late to change teams? I mean,
Actually, I think you're winning.
I mean, I'm sorry, most of this might be my fault, considering I couldn't pay attention during the first 10 seconds. Ah, 3, 2, 1! It probably doesn't look right in the
It
video.
might be close. It looks pretty close.
Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? Nice job. I love when the animation of the Inkling girl kind of having like a little temper tantrum.
Yes.
Alright, after this one, do you want to do the Shifty Station thing?
Huh?
After this one, do you want to do the Shifty Station thing?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Sounds good to me. Jade to ink the middle at the end. We won it for us, Jade. Good job.
How could you?
How do you have so many... Whatever those are. Urchin dudes. You have 303 of them.
I never spend them. Hey,
I have like 112 or something.
we're on each other's team now.
Heck yeah. Jade is on the other team.
Let's destroy them.
I like this one teammate. His name is just God in all caps, and then Andy. In parentheses. Like, had to clarify which one.
Yeah, this is one of the stages that... This is a fun stage and all, it's just not one of my top 5 favorites or anything like that. And I always feel like I have to concentrate just a little bit more on this one than I usually do.
I like this one for clams. It's good defense, but also good offense capabilities. Although it really depends on who your teammates are, because if nobody is guarding the little alley to the right,
Yeah, that's
It-
good.
yeah. But if the other team has nobody guarding the little alley, then it's great. I also really like Salt Spray Rig for Clam Blitz.
Yeah. Murray Towers on Clam is also pretty fun.
Yeah. On towers, on Moray Towers, I always think that the tower has to go further than it actually does, because it actually barely goes up them at all. And so I always think that the enemy team isn't as far along as they are, because I always think that they have to go a little bit further than that.
Is it this one or the first Splatoon game where the Rainmaker base thing was in 2 different areas? Or Murray Towers?
I never played ranked on Splatoon 1.
Yeah. What's your least favorite stage?
My least favorite? Oh, I don't know, actually. I don't really have any that I, like, particularly dislike. I just have some that I prefer. And it depends on the mode as well. Like, some of them really suck for some modes. Like, the museum one is really bad for clams, but it's great for splat zones.
Yeah, I feel like Clam Blitz, I really like that one on the museum, but I also feel like the baskets should be on the higher part of the stage.
Yeah. But, like, the Urchin Underpass is terrible for splat zones because I can't use my ink cloud, my ink storm. Because the zones are under the underpass, so the ink doesn't go on them.
Did you mean Urchin Underpass? Because I think that's one of the ones that didn't return.
The one that looks like Urchin Underpass.
Is that the train one?
Yeah.
Oh, what's that one called?
Let me pull up the level list on my phone. How we win. Do you want to make the room?
Sure. We have a new person in the chat. Hello, Taylor Miner. I don't think I've seen you around, so welcome to the stream. And I'm going to set a password just because.
Okay.
6464.
Okay.
Alright, so we've got Turf War. We do have Turf War. Yep, Turf War Splatfest. Oh, I forgot about that. You can have the Splatfest version of the stages too.
Yeah.
Ah! They have the very last one!
All the Splatfest levels are named after books. But, like, with a pun on the book's name. I think that's awesome.
Yeah, I was editing the video earlier where this one, Windmill House in the Pearly, or that one appears.
There's a glitch in the one with the flutters that was the Christmas Splatfest, or the holiday one that one year, where sometimes the flutters won't move for some people. Like, I was voice chatting with, like, 4 other people while I was playing it one time, and yeah, that one flutters in the attic. And on my screen, the flutters were not moving at all, so I was able to just ink where they were on my friends' screens.
Yep.
And they weren't able to splat me at all. So I think the online just doesn't like the flutters.
Taylor Miner on the stream chat's asking for a friend code. I don't publicly reveal my friend code on streams or anything like that. I don't know, maybe, I don't know.
I don't either, because I've run out of friend slots. So, yeah, I used to take every request that I got from, like, Splatoon and stuff, and now I have, like, I think 3 slots left, so I'm a bit more picky.
Yeah, sorry if anybody who's not on my friend list already wants to join. I don't post friend code publicly. I might do a stream later where anybody can play. I'm not quite sure if I'm going to do that, though, because I don't think I have enough people who watch these regularly to really do that. Let me know when you're ready.
You have to choose a level.
Oh. I was on the stage flex and I didn't see your name.
You're spectating. Just watch me run around.
Whee! Do you want to be Alpha or Bravo?
It doesn't really affect it.
All right, I'm gonna be pink. It's gonna be
okay. Furler in the ashes.
Yeah,
moose can dive. Yeah, moose are technically orcas.
Wait, what?
A moose is technically like a killer whale or an orca.
Huh. Never knew that. So, this Shifty Station's my personal favorite, so I don't know if you ever played this one, but I really want to do this one first, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, no problem. I don't think I played this one while it was a Splatfest, but I did play it during Chaos vs. Order, where they redid all of them hourly or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like the containment dome. That one's fun.
Man, that one was so brutal because when those containers closed, those ones were locked out forever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it really came down to getting somebody of your team in that dome.
Mm-hmm. What I really like about this one is that this is like a mix of Murray Towers and My Resort, because you have the really tall structures that lead down to the stage like Murray Towers, and it also, the water level goes down to reveal more turf, like in My Resort.
I miss Mahi Mahi.
Why couldn't that one return?
That one was so much fun.
Whenever I think about stages I loved in the first one that returned, I always get mad at Port Mackerel because that one returned of all things, but not one of the ones I liked.
Mm-hmm.
Because Port Mackerel's my least favorite.
There was the one battle, I can't remember what it was called, or battle, the one stage, it might have been Salt Spray Rig, actually, come to think of it. But, like, if you were a roller and you got stuck in the lower area, you couldn't actually get out because the roller, none of them could go tall enough to ink your way out. And there was no vertical attack in that game. So you'd have to get a teammate to ink it out or just super jump.
That reminds me of that one gif where it shows the Inkling on Bluefin Depot just splatting a wall with the roller.
Yeah, I think it was Bluefin Depot.
I'm surprised that one didn't return either.
Yeah.
I see a lot of green. I don't approve of this. I haven't seen you, like, at all since the beginning of the match.
It's because I'm too busy getting all your turf inked.
Hello!
No! I was out of ink. I ran out of ink. Dang it.
That's gonna be close.
Mm-hmm.
I like the roll.
Oh, you got it.
I like the little thing on the bottom left because you can definitely tell that was made by a ruler.
Yeah.
Alright, is there one you want to play?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of the levels.
How many were there? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15.
Oh, we could do Containment Dome.
Containment?
Yes.
Where is that? Containment Dome, where are you?
I think it's to the left of. It's on the left page, and then it's above the tentacle one.
Bunker games?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's do it. Okay, what weapon do I want to use instead? Dark Tetradules. I mean, that's not...
Yeah, I might. Oh, I was gonna change my weapon, but.
I'm sorry.
Oh well. No, you're good. Sometimes I'll use this custom Splatter Shot Junior because it has the same load kit as the Carbon Roller, but it's a bit actually better at covering ink fast. Imagine a whale-sized moose. No.
It was a moose who liked to drink
Moose.
a lot of juice.
Moose is already whale-sized. Also, no moose song.
I think Three's Production was singing the Baby Shark song in the chat the other day.
We sing the moose song at camp, but there's like 4 of them now because Thor just keeps making up new moose songs. We're not allowed to sing the 4th one around kids, though. Hi, you have longer range than I do.
Mwahaha. I really like the Tetradules, the Dark Tetradules, because I feel like Lara Croft has an inkling.
The second moose song, the moose goes up a river and then dies and then becomes a zombie moose and then dies and then becomes a ghost moose and then gets eaten by a ninja moose.
What?
Yeah, it's... The moose songs are weird. And like I said, Thor makes them all up, so you can blame him.
Who?
Thor.
Is that? Am I bad for
I don't know what his name is.
Am I bad?
Actually, we use camp names at camp, so everyone has like a little nickname.
Ah.
His is Thor.
Who would ever have nicknames online?
Gotcha! My nickname is not Pie. It's Snufkin.
My nickname is not later geared to you. It's a secret. You saw me, didn't you?
Yep.
I was trying to sneak up
I can
on
see
you.
the tracks in the ink.
No, you can't. It's a secret. Whee!
Sorry, you're not getting in the containment dome. Only I will get in the containment dome.
No.
It's my dome. It's all mine. Ha.
No.
My dome.
Well, fine. I'll spot the wall then.
Now
Die, dome.
I can leave the dome and go over here. Ha ha ha.
This is honestly one of the cooler mechanics of any Shifty Station. I don't remember which one it is, but there's also this one that had these summon run cannons as well.
Ah, yeah. I don't remember which one that one's either, but I do remember it having them. I win!
Spoiler.
I liked it because it was chicken versus egg, and if team egg inked the middle of the dome and chicken got everything else, it looked like an egg.
There's this This is one else I like to watch. Proton John. He does streams. And whenever somebody subscribes, there's a Dr. Eggman voice clip. They'll be like, "You'll give me an egg."
Eggs are gross.
Yeah.
I don't eat eggs.
I used to like eggs, but now they're no. I think it was this one that I was talking about. Right. Let me know when.
I don't know.
Let me know when you're ready, because I think you want to change weapons, right?
Yeah, I will change it. No, my Joy-Con drifted up and I ended up selecting the same weapon at first. It threw me for a loop.
Three's Production says Grandma got run over by a moose.
Sure did. I was there. I was the moose.
I wish I was a moose. Okay, speaking of which, in Breath of the Wild, why can't you ride a moose?
Sad.
You can ride the reindeer and things like that. You can even ride a bear. You can even ride a zombie horse, but you can't ride a moose.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, this is the one I was thinking of. Yay! We have somebody else in chat who's writing in Japanese, and I can't read it, so sorry I can't read your message.
Let me see. It says, nice to meet you.
Oh, hello. I don't know how to speak Japanese, so I'm sorry. I can only say konnichiwa.
Hajimemashite, Yota desu.
Konnichiwa, watashi wa ryu. I don't know. Are you like fluent in Japanese or something?
Semi.
Sweet.
How come you get like cool brown ink and I have just regular blue ink?
Yes, the cannon. Whee! Did you like the cannon?
They say they've subscribed.
Aw, thank you very much.
Arigato.
Arigato gozaimasu. Did I pronounce it right?
Arigato gozaimasu. A friend of mine said that my voice goes up like 2 octaves when I'm speaking in Japanese because I learned to speak mostly from anime. And I can't help it. I've tried when I was taking classes to not do that, but I still did.
I think my voice gets a little bit different when I start speaking French. Like, bonjour tout le monde, je m'appelle Dieu. Bienvenue to Splatoon 2. Like
I don't speak French.
Like, I've been told to sound a lot more nasally when I speak French.
Ah,
I really want to learn Japanese. It's such a cool language.
Lane offers it as a elective.
Now they know where we go. That was top secret, and you spoiled everything.
There's 2 lanes, so no.
Wow, you completely destroyed me on this one.
Yeah, I can cover a lot more turf with this weapon. Sorry, I don't understand English.
Good people of the chat, this is the difference between 300 hours and 3,000 hours. Alright, your turn.
I don't know. Is there a random option?
Yes, there is.
Just do random.
The Splatoon zones.
Oh, I like this one because it was like playing Splat Zones, but in
Oh yeah, this one was so much fun!
yeah.
Man, they had so many good shifty stations.
They really did. I kind of wish that Shifty Stations was in regular Turf War now, but oh well.
Yeah, they had a really great idea with the last day of Order vs. Chaos where they randomize the stations. I don't know why they don't do that for the regular mode.
I know, right?
Hopefully in Splatoon 3.
Dang it, I didn't get away far enough.
That was my evil laugh. It's really frightening. Ah!
Gotcha.
Hello.
Goodbye.
Whee! That was a terrible place to use that.
Yeah, it was. You're dead now.
I was thinking I'd fall off the cliff and do that, but it didn't work. Surprise! Ah! Never mind.
Bye.
Owie.
I really should use this weapon more often.
Please don't.
Get back here.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. I don't wanna. Yeah, now it's mine.
No.
Whee! I really like how the splashdown, they can use that during a squid jump and make it the explosion bigger.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Owie.
Time to undo all of your hard work.
No. I put in the whole 12% to do all that. The whole 12%! You completely destroyed me on that one. Maybe I should go back to a bucket.
Fancy spew.
Yeah, what's the person saying in Japanese?
They said that don't speak English. And then they said sorry about that, and I said it's all right. I speak a little bit, but my accent is terrible. Oh, this one's fun.
I would ask why they were watching an English channel, but at the same time, I watch Kazuna AI, and she's only in Japanese.
I love Kasuma. Yeah, I've seen her in person. Well, I've seen her hologram in person.
Ooh!
In
You can do that?
Akihabara. Yeah, she had a virtual stream on the streets in Akihabara for a festival.
That is really cool.
I saw Pop Team Epic too.
Allie.
You would think I had the golden toothpick by now.
Yeah. It's funny that neither of us have that.
Well, I'm pretty good with the shooter. I'm just not good with the octo shot, which is the weapon you have to use for it. Like, if I could hack the game to make it so it was a different weapon, it would be easy.
I greatly apologize for mispronouncing this, but speaking of Kazuna AI made me think of the outro song, so... I apologize for mispronounced that.
I don't know quite what you said, but your accent's it's certainly interesting.
That was Kazuna AI's outro song.
Very cool.
Note to self, Lady Gyarados, don't speak Japanese. Okay, so that reminds me of something funny. There was this one Let's Play that I was working on. I'm still working on notes for it in my free time, but it was really difficult to come by any good information on it because it's kind of an obscure game. And information, it's a lot easier to come by nowadays, but back when I was first starting working on it, it was really difficult. The website that I was using, that pretty much contained the only information I was looking for, it was only in Japanese. So, I was trying to use Google Translate on it, but Google Translate wasn't that good at translating the entire website. So, there was this one moment where I was talking about side quest information, and Google Translate tells me something completely wrong. So, for like 2 years, I'm trying to do research on the side quests because my information told me to do this part, but no, it wasn't right. It wasn't right at all.
Oh dear.
The Reef at Night. Night.
It's red and white ink.
Yeah, ketchup and mayo.
I want to be red. I want to be red. I want to be red. No. I'm white.
Do you want to switch controllers? Might be hard to do.
Although, wasn't this the baseball versus soccer?
This was mayo versus ketchup.
No. Mayo's more yellow.
This was on a Splatfest thing that I was editing recently. I don't remember which one. Was it Cake vs. Ice Cream?
No, not that one.
They didn't have you.
It might have been one of the Mutant Ninja Turtle ones. No, it wouldn't have been because those were all colors. I don't know.
Why did they make that the only Splatfest tournament?
No, the Sanrio ones were a tournament, but they were Japan exclusive.
Oh, okay. I was really hoping
I have some of the crossover merch from that.
Nice.
I have a shirt that says Octarian Hangyodon, which is a pun on the Octarian Hangout, and Hangyodon, which is the Sanrio character. And then I have Kurumi-chan run, and Kurumi-chan is a salmon fillet. So it's a big salmon fillet character chasing little squids, and it's adorable.
Okay, I gotta say.
Good night, y'all.
What were we saying?
Oh, I said good night because a couple people are leaving.
Alright. Bye, everybody. Thank you for coming. Can I just say, like, Hello Kitty is, like, probably one of the most adorable things in the world.
Yeah. I was never into Hello Kitty growing up, or any Sanrio for that matter. But I do like the Little Twin Stars characters, Kiki and Lala. I think they're very nice.
Yeah.
I have some stickers of them that I really like.
I'm not, like, super hardcore into Sanrio characters, but it's just... Their characters are just so cute.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of want to get the Hello Kitty Amiibos cards, but they're also, like, hundreds of dollars.
Get them spoofed! It's like $5.
That's frowned upon in most societies.
The Switch can't tell the difference. Actually, there's an app that you can use for spoofing amiibos now where you don't even have to have a physical card, just your phone. I used that to get Genji. But I had to use my brother's phone because mine is not high-tech enough.
I think my brother-in-law was trying to do that because they wanted to see if the Animal Crossing characters I wanted in my town, if that would work. But I was like, no, I'd rather use an actual card because I'm lame.
Yeah, to each their own, I suppose. The amiibo cards have been taken over by scalpers so much that I just don't want to feed into that industry, so I would rather not pay that much money for something that is just going to benefit somebody who's profiting off of it like that.
I remember Rosaline on Lumba, that amiibo was really expensive when she first came out.
And like the Splatoon amiibo that were in Britain where the truck got stopped and all the amiibo were stolen and then sold online at like huge prices. Like all the pre-order ones. That was pretty terrible.
Do you mind if I change the stage? I don't like Port Mackerel.
Yeah.
Alright. No, I have to close the private button. Never mind. Yeah, well. I have to back out the whole private battle to do that.
No worries.
Well, you're gonna easily win on this one.
Is it just me?
I think everybody's...
This one was retro versus modern.
Yeah, definitely.
Base color. It was modern. I don't even know why I chose modern, because, like, retro gaming is better than modern gaming, in my opinion, and I totally am one of those born in the wrong generation people. I think I chose it because I thought it was fashion, is what they were talking about, and I do love some modern Harajuku fashion.
I think I, more often than not, usually chose Marina's team because waifu bias.
I tried to not do that. I tried to just choose based on what it was I actually liked, and if I didn't have a preference, I chose based on ink color and what my friends were choosing so that I could play with them.
Yeah.
Like, I never watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I have no idea who any of them are. So I chose based on ink color. Same with baseball versus soccer. I chose baseball because the ink was red. Dang it, you got me.
The thing I don't really like about Port Mackerel is that it's really nerve-wracking going down the corridors because anybody could be hiding around the corners.
I love this one. It's very good for pretty much all the ranked stages.
I won't say it's a terribly designed stage or anything like that. In terms of like actual level design, I think Humpback Pump Track is the weakest, but still, this one's really scary to play.
Dang it! You got me.
Yeah. Did you like the present?
No.
Oh, why not? I worked hard on it.
Return to sender.
I am the sender.
I know.
Hello. Owie.
Got you. Dang it, but I died too.
I like how you have the pearl shirt and I'm wearing the merino one.
Just noticed that when you said that. I love this hoodie so much.
Yeah.
It's adorable.
The thing about
Those chunks that are on my gear took forever to get, though.
The thing about Pearl was that I didn't not like her. It's just that she didn't really have that much of an impact, the same way Callie Maria or Marina did. But after
She's short.
But after Octo Expansion, it's like, wow, she's actually a really good character.
She's so cool, and she screams really good. I win.
Nice. I mean, not nice. How dare you?
Look at that stage.
Speaking of Pearl, do you want to try the Chaos Resorter stage?
Sure.
Alright.
This one's fun. I never really got to do the thing in the center because my teammates or the other team would always get to it first.
Mm-hmm.
I did do it a few times, but it's... Yeah, I loved this. I played the Chaos vs. Order Splatfest pretty much the entire time it was running. Like, I took, like, maybe one nap the entire weekend. I actually took off time from work so that I could play it. Like, when I got a job, that's what I had my vacation hours as. And I just said, I have something I'm doing those days, and it was pre-scheduled, and I'm not working those days.
Totally.
And yeah, it was worth it, my entire vacation time. Hey, how dare you?
It's like, this entire stage is just so cool. It really uses the Octo Expansion final boss mechanics really well. And, man, the mechanic at the end, I won't dare spoil it if anybody in the chat hasn't seen it yet, but, man, is it cool.
The only problem is that it does spoil the ending of Octo Expansion if you haven't played Octo Expansion.
Yeah. That's actually the big reason why I decided to have Splatfest videos at the end of the Let's Play, because it does spoil Octo Expansion.
Mm.
The thing about that is that it seemed like every single time that I'd finalized a project outline for Splatoon 2, they added something new that completely threw everything out the window. Because with just
Oh dear.
with just the game at launch and with them confirming there'd be 24 Splatfests, I figured that it'll take 64 videos to finish the Let's Play. Then they announced Clan Blitz. It completely throws off how I was going to handle the online modes. Then they announced Octo Expansion! And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Well, the 4.0 update that added stuff, or I think it was 3.0 actually, that added like all the new hairstyles and stuff. That one was so awesome.
Yeah. I also love the destroyed human statue at the end, on the distance over there.
The voice to end all voices. It's mine. Gotcha.
That thing is so powerful.
It is, and I'm so glad that she uses it because that was one of the power-ups that I liked using in Splatoon 1, and it wasn't in this one, so it makes me really happy that it's here.
Man, this entire thing is just amazing. I'm so glad that we could play Shooty Stations again.
Yeah. I know, I was always so sad after each Splatfest because it was like, I'll never get to play that stage again.
Mm-hmm. That's what I like about Splatoon, is that it really does seem like the developers really do care about their fan base.
Mm-hmm. And like was making a new Splatfest in the middle of the pandemic when everyone was home.
Yeah.
Like, even though it was just a recycled Splatfest, that was amazing, and we had something to look forward to, and me and my friend group got together online and played it together, and it was awesome.
Yeah, that was so amazing. And it actually let us see a bit of a unused dialogue, because the results for the rematch were different than the original.
Yeah. I just demolished you.
I think it's safe to say you're better at this game than I am. Alright, so how much longer do you want to go before we wrap up the stream?
I'm good until whenever you are.
Ink the most tough to win.
My cat wants hugs.
Yes, the kitty shall join my team and distract you.
He distracts me every time I'm streaming by walking behind my computer or on my computer. He's a little beast. He's actually turned my computer off because he steps on the power button.
Mm. My cat has a habit of wrapping her paw around my cords and unplugging the capture card. I don't let her in my room anymore.
That's great. These ink colors are very nice together. Isn't this... This is definitely Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle colors.
I think so? I don't know. I don't know that much about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Me neither, but I don't recognize these colors from any of the other Splatfests.
This is definitely Narwhal.
And I know there's a green one and that there's a blue one. I don't think they're normal colors.
What I want to know, though, is why do they have a pool if the water is lethal to Inklings?
Because my headcanon is that it isn't lethal to them. They just... The ink in their bodies is denser than the water, so they sink.
I think it was confirmed.
Which is why you see so many floaties around.
I think it was confirmed that the Inklings' bodies are liquid, and that's why they dissolve in the water. Something along those lines.
Although they do wear swimsuits.
Mm.
Because Zakali and Marie, there is one dialogue where they talk about doing a swimsuit gig.
Where
You got me.
Where Callie is all like, didn't we model swimwear here once? And then Marie's all like, trust, we don't want anyone looking for the pics.
Yeah, it's something like that, yeah. So it is canon that they wear swimsuits.
Mm.
Hey, how dare you put an ink cloud out? That's mine only. Only I'm allowed to do Inkstorm.
Otherwise, it violates the something conventions.
The Geneva Convention, yes. Have you ever watched Hogan's Heroes?
Nope.
They talk about the Geneva Convention a lot. Basically, anytime anything inconvenient happens, Hogan will be like, this violates the Geneva Convention!
That reminds me of Wonderful 101, how Wonder Red is all like, democracy is dead! So there's a detail that's kind of disturbing when you really think about it. So, you know at the end of Octo Canyon, how Kali has like an Octoling outfit? And you you can see the tattoo.
Yeah.
So that's a little disturbing because the tattoo was said to be one of those that can wash off, but water is lethal to inklings, so wouldn't that be torture?
Oh, I never thought about that. I knew it was a wash-off kind. You're right. Well, maybe she just uses like a little moist towelette where it's like alcohol.
Mm. It's just...
I have a Splatoon tattoo.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I love my Splatoon tattoo. It's the little cartoony inkling on my forearm, and then it's blue and yellow.
Remind me to do this before the end of the stream, but the Dark Artist did a commission recently for me. That's like a Splatoon Tokyo Mirage Sets and crossover thing.
Ooh. That red color is so bright. I think this was baseball and soccer's color, or Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle color. Because I kind of think, if I remember right, soccer was green.
Is it the Splatfest color though? Because it's not glitter either.
Not all Splatfests were glitter.
Oh, okay.
Just Chaos vs. Order and the Frozen Fest. The holiday one. This one's good just for farming ink. Like, follow the thing along. Then let the ink storm ink the rest of the stage.
When you said Frozen Fest, I imagine Nelson on Inklings.
Hey, leave me alone! I'm farming ink!
What? What did I do?
You killed me! Punk.
What you call me?
Punk!
I am a twerp, thank you. No, that's not a bum. Get away from me. I don't want your autograph.
Yes, you do. Give it a nice little hug. The Autobones actually have like little gears and stuff on them that move when they walk. But you never really notice it because they're so tiny. But if you look at the 3D model for them, they actually have like 20 joints. The whole thing is fully jointed. It's a beautiful model.
Speaking of which, I gotta thank you so much for showing me that website where you can see virtual models and stuff.
Yeah.
Some of them turn out a little weird when you download them, though.
They are, yeah. Some of them are incomplete or ripped strangely, or just the way they're set up is odd. So, you know, the original Mario 64 model, color on him, rather than it being a different material, it's actually just a different object. So his buttons are individual objects, and parts of his overalls are. The whole model is composed of about 20 different objects. It's kind of weird. The Mario 64 retro outfit in Mario Odyssey also has a significantly higher poly count than the original Mario 64 model, because the original one was asymmetrical. And they cut it in half and made it symmetrical for the Switch.
Yep.
And in doing so, doubled the poly count.
Something funny though is that I didn't notice that Octo Canyon Callie, I didn't notice that she was wearing high heels until I was looking at the model.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yay!
There's a lot of really neat stuff that are on the models that you can't really see at all.
Oh, this song is so great. It's Ebb and Flow.
The Splatfest song?
Yeah, Ebb and Flow.
I haven't muted.
This is a very nice color combination.
Hey, get back here.
No. This is my hallway, it's mine forever.
No. My hallway.
No! How could you? That hallway was a birthday present.
It's mine now.
Sometimes in videos, if something, if I get attacked by an enemy or something like that, I'll be like, you're not invited to my birthday party.
This level actually doesn't have a whole lot of floor space to ink.
Yeah.
Like, it's only like 1500p for the whole thing.
One thing I don't really like about Walla Warehouse is that it seems like one of those stages where if the other team is dominating you, then there's like really nowhere you can go because there's always an enemy inkling there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, spawn camping is a major problem on this one.
It can also be a little bit of a problem on Monte Maria as well, but with that one, it's harder to get to the enemy base.
Yeah. Yeah, this one you can literally just walk up to it, and they're kind of trapped in there. And the things are so narrow that you can't really go past the opponent very easily.
Ah! Nee! Ah! Nee! Ape! Ape! Ah!
Dang it, you got me.
Phew! Screaming does make things better. Even with that, though, I think you're still going to dominate me on the stage.
Yeah, you're in the danger zone.
Highway to the danger zone.
It's looking awful silver.
Greg Grippers Gaming says, good night. I feel like I'm about to knock out from my tiredness. Bye, Greg Grippers Gaming. Thank you for coming. Yeah, I think maybe one more round and then we'll call it quits for the night.
Alright.
Do you have any special requests?
Nah. The reef.
I like how you can see the Wahoo World Ferris wheel in the background. Now I'm pink. Oh, Sal Fairmay.
I'm blue.
Blue. Favorite?
That's my favorite color.
Same. Have you ever played Earthbound?
No.
There's a cult in that game called the Happy Happiest, and their goal is to paint the world blue.
Like in the Pink Panther.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be stuck in my head for days.
Is it?
Terrible.
I'm sorry.
I'll never get it out of my head.
Maybe if I'll keep singing, you'll get out of your head.
No! It's terrible.
Sorry.
My brother used to watch the cartoon when we were kids all the time, and that song was always stuck in my head.
Yeah.
I like to ink the cars just because I can.
Yeah.
I know walls don't count. I'm still going to ink the side of the car.
Does the top of the car count as ground?
Here, the top counts.
Sweet.
The side doesn't, though.
This car is mine. It's gonna be pink and it's gonna be manly.
No, it's gonna be blue.
One of my favorite songs from a movie. Have you ever seen Robin Hood Men in Tights?
Mm-mm.
It's just like this spoof movie for Robin Hood. And there's a moment where they're singing, we're men in tights. We roll around the forest looking for fights. We're men in tights. We rob from the rich and give to the poor. That's right. We made...
It sounds like a Monty Python skit.
Yeah, it's basically like a Monty Python, but a Robin Hood.
I was watching Monty Python and the Holy Grail with a friend who had never seen it before. And when they got to the end and everyone's arrested, and he's like, wait, that's not the real credits, right? Like, they actually complete the quest. Like, no, that's the real credits. The movie's over.
That movie just ends so suddenly. It's great.
It does. I love that movie. It's hilarious. That movie is basically just the epitome of me playing any medieval game like Skyrim or anything. Like, that's just me in any video game. Trying to kill you one last time and I didn't get it. I wonder who won. It might be close.
Oh! I did not ink a fifth of the stage.
I got over 3,000 P.
Well played. That was really good.
Thank you.
Alright, so I think that's a good place to call it quits for the stream, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
Alright. I would love to do this again sometime because this was a lot of fun.
It was. It was epic.
It was almost as epic as Mickey. Alright, so thank y'all so much for watching today's very late Gator stream. And thank you, GamingWithPie, for joining us. It was really awesome to have you here.
Thanks for having me.
So, you can check out the things in the description if you want to see what GamingWithPie is up to. I don't know when the next time I'm going to be streaming is, but Breath of the Wild and Mario Brothers Deluxe will return this weekend. And stay tuned to Twitter at some point for more information on the next Bunny Hunt book, which GamingWithPie did the cover art for. Yay!
Bye, everyone.